Right now, Bitcoin is at a very, very key pivotal level. We're sitting at $90,700 and we are, as you can see, at a very key zone. So on my chart here, jumping straight into the price chart of Bitcoin, we've found some major resistance here coming in at approximately this level. Now, the reason this level has had very, very large significance is because of two major things I'm looking at. First one is the volume profile pull from the start of the downtrend to where we are now. What we've seen is we formed a very large cluster of volume, which coincided here. Secondly, we've had a very, very good volume weighted average pull that can be anchored from there. So that's the VWAP, which is the white line. And those two things have coincided to this major key resistance. Now, in this video, I want to be telling you what I'm expecting going forward, because I believe once we crack this level, we can definitely be shooting for our higher price targets. And specifically what targets, I'll let you know in this video. Now, I'm also going to be giving you the bullish and bearish side, because as we know with markets, they move in two different ways, bull and bear, right? Now, the reality is no one knows which direction it's going to go. So it's best to have two scenarios and the levels I'm looking at. If you've been following my previous videos, you would know that I have been in a spot trade since $84,000. So in total, that's reaped around a 10% move on the spot position. So you can only imagine how that's done if you're putting $100,000 into the market. Now, let's dive into the bear case first, because I think that's going to be very, very key and very, very important, because I know a lot of people are very, very bearish, and I think that's going to be the best place to start. So the first bear case I'm looking at is if we do find resistance here, which we are finding. Now, the issue is for the bears, the longer you trade right beneath a resistance line, the higher the likelihood is that you break above it. So to illustrate that on a more clear basis, the more we trade like this, the higher chances we shoot up and run. Reason being, you start to build liquidity above. Okay, so if you're trading here, everyone's going short in this range. Well, then there's a high likelihood you're going to kind of take these highs out, shooting to our next level of resistance. So that's what I'm looking at. If we're going to drop, we're going to have to drop very soon. Okay, because we've already seen two things: the swing failure pattern of the high here, and I'll zoom in so you can see specifically. We had this, so we were trading in the range. You then had the range break up to the upside and reject back to the downside. And what's happened since then is you formed a local mini range. Local mini range, as you can see here, is extremely tight. And if you go to the order flow, you can see we've just been consolidating around here, trading in this little range. And the reality of the situation is we're not seeing much bearish or bullish activity taking place here. But I would say there would be more shorts opening here, because we are seeing CVD start to increase. Actually, not really. I would say rather neutral. Very, very neutral, actually. So I would say the higher likelihood would be, it's actually very hard to say, because we're seeing neutral order flow and we're seeing coming into a key resistance level. So that's why I'm still in my position, because I think there's a good chance we do shoot up. But if we're going to shoot down, it's going to have to be relatively soon. Now, if we shoot down, the key level I am going to be looking at, let's just pull up all the tools so we can get a good information. So your low to high with your fib pull there too. So we'd be looking at two things I'd be looking at specifically. Number one for a compound long would be here, $87,000. And then this level is not as strong, so I wouldn't be looking at that. Really, I'd be looking at about here, because what you'd find is you would have the volume weighted average consolidate around here. You have volume here, price would come back into that region, and you'd be looking for a trade there. So that would be the bearish side, and what I'd be expecting to the downside, which would be the first levels down there. The next one would be the low here, okay? Now, if we do break above this level at $91,000, two levels I'm looking at, which I want to highlight because they're very, very key. The first level specifically is going to be right over here, which is $96,000. The reason being is if you put a volume anchor up here, what you've got is a very large pull right from the start of the downtrend. And the same thesis can be applied where you start to drag out as price goes up, which would pull us into that $97,000 region. Also, that region is a level of volume plus the value area low of the range. So how I would look at this from a viewpoint would be this, right? So You've got key resistance where we're at right now, which I've highlighted in the videos I've done. You've got another key resistance level here. And then the next one would be here. So really, to claim above this, we have to claim above this relatively soon. And then we push up to $97,000. That's another 4% increase. The spot positions, that's very, very nice. And if you get the whole entire push up there, it's another 11%. So in total, that would be a 20% move on a spot bag. So significant profits there. And these levels you'd be looking to place scalp shorts to then switch over to the swing shorts, depending on how it goes. Now, there are some strategies we can talk about with how to take maximum advantage of this. And I'll be doing that in upcoming episodes. But you guys have to subscribe, and that helps the channel out and helps me grow as a content creator here. Let me just see what else I'm looking at. What you can also do, guys, is you can rush over to the channel description of this YouTube channel. And if you want to trade these levels, you can go to the description of the videos. I have all the links down below, which go over. In fact, I'll pop it up now. And this helps support the channel, helps the channel grow, and helps me place better trades for you guys. So basically, you can go to the channel here. You can go to one of the videos, and then you can go to these links, subscribe over here. And yeah, just sign up, trade, help the channel grow, makes me do better content. One thing I'm doing too is I'm starting up a Telegram chat, so I can update my trades in the Telegram group. That will be in the description of this channel, and of this video I'm making here too. Okay, if we can push me up to 1,000 subscribers, that's gonna be good, and we're gonna help grow and build this up. Okay, so bullish and bearish side. I hope I've given it very clearly. So this is what I'll be looking at. Now, one thing I want to point to is the momentum and what we're seeing on a momentum basis. So if we go to the 4-hour chart, which is a good chart to just get an idea of what's happening, we're starting to see that momentum is shifting to the downside a bit, but it's not really pushing up in a fast fashion. So you can see that's why price is hovering, and we're already getting a green dot here. So we might keep doing this, form a bit of a green wave, flush up again, take out these highs and go into that level here. And honestly, right now, that's what I'm expecting. And you got to understand, we are still in a bit of a no man's land region. That's why I was very, very confident in the previous videos I was talking about. Let me just pull this up. The monthly level we had here. The monthly level over here was the level I was looking to take a long trade, and a level I was highlighting. And yeah, obviously it's offered a nice bounce. So really you are meant to be looking at taking trades down here and scalp trades up in those different levels. So when you're long here, you can then take a perpetual trade short up here as a hedge. And if it doesn't work out, you still increase your spot. So that's one strategy you can do. But we'll go into the different strategies later. I just don't think it's part of this video, but that's why I entered right there, guys. Also on the backdrop of, I believe it was the daily, two things. You were starting to exhaust on the weekly time frame on the momentum. Now, by the way, I'm not saying price is just going to rocket up. Oftentimes you form these drops and price chops around. So we might chop around here and then go up higher. So that's probably one thing on the horizon. And then the daily was something I was looking at, which was offering the green dot here. And you can zoom in even more to get a good picture. And then you had a better entry down here, okay? Once you've claimed above a key level, so you come to the level, come support, then you start to form bullish market structure. Anyway, I hope that's very clear. I would say my base case is we trade sideways a little bit longer and then we do creep up. That being said, we are in a bit of a no man's land. I am long from down here, and I don't think it's an excellent trade to be taking a short right here. So point of interest, guys, they're straight over here. Take a look at them. The longer we trade sideways, the higher likely we have a chance of going up higher. And if we're going to reject down, we're going to do it soon, okay? And like I said, the support zone was around here for the buy, $87,000. Other than that, that's about it, okay? So do me a favor, head over to the channel, subscribe, sign up for those links, and help the channel out and help me grow. Just makes life easier and helps me grow and make good content for you guys, because I am documenting my trades live, and you can join me on that journey, okay? For now, catch you guys next time, and I will see you in the next video.